Warning: throughout this video, you will experience multiple forms of tone. Definitions will be provided for each of these forms of tone at the end of the video. Viewer discretion is advised. Any adverse effects caused by watching this video is not the responsibility of the editors or actors.
Hello everybody, thank you for coming to my lecture tonight. My name is Professor Robert Tech, PhD Harvard, another one from Cambridge and one from Oxford. Yes, I'm that credible. Alright, I'm glad to see that we have such a large turnout. Well, I guess this is what I could expect from the state of Kansas. Weed and people, I guess. Well, let's go ahead and jump right into the topic tonight. We're going to head and look at this video.
We're here deep in the Inca Trail in Cusco, Peru, in search for the mysterious Euphonious leeches. She's said to roam room 115. She's a majestic creature, although she packs a powerful bite. Once, I've heard that she has given 3 hours of homework every day for a year. Oh, here it is. Look, here it is, room 115. Come on in. Look, there she is. She spotted us. Run, run, run. Oh!
In the hallway, those students using their cacophonous words with the hard K's and the C's and those curse words. Such a cacophony out there. It's a wild mess with cacophonous words.
Wow, that video takes me back. That was me when I was 20. It's way tanner than, spent a lot more time outside. Well, anyways, let's get back more on topic. So, as the Darcius Leaches explains, tone is used in literature to explain or help emphasize certain parts of literature. For example, in Letter from Birmingham Jail, Martin Luther King uses tone to appeal not only to the audience, but also to convey himself more effectively to his peers. But it's also an important rhetorical device in order to make himself seem better to his audience, his peers, and in overall gain credibility. Martin Luther King used tone several different ways. He uses a compassionate tone to try and identify the civil rights movement and associate himself with it, and show that he has very kind feelings towards it and approves of it. For example, he also uses a harsher tone when talking about his peers' critique of his performance and behavior in regards to civil rights. And what we can see here is he uses this to differentiate on how he approves of the civil rights movements and disapproves of his colleagues critiquing him for his work in civil rights. Now, that's very important as we go into this next video, which will demonstrate tone for you.
Hello, sir. Welcome to Little Caesars. How may I help you today?
Let me think. You know what? I'm gonna need 3 tacos with lettuce, tomato, and onion. And I'm gonna need a large Baja Blast, please.
Sorry, sir. We not serve tacos here, but we do have some nice churros.
No, what? No, you serve tacos here now. Serve them now.
Sir, no, we don't. There is a nice Taco Bell down the street, however.
Sir, you can give me my tacos. You can give me here, and you can give them in 2 minutes, or else everybody up in here is gonna know who I am.
Wow, this guy is so disrespectful and immature. I really do not like it.
Where my tacos be? Remember what I said? Everybody up in here gonna know who I is.
Sir, I believe the correct way to say that is everybody in this building is not know who I am.
Who are you?
please use a more
We got a
euphonious
problem?
tone.
You out in the parking lot?
Sir, please try and use a more euphonious tone. Sir, may I please take you outside and beat you up?
So that video demonstrated to you tone in reality, how we would use it to identify certain emotions or views in real life. Now we're going to analyze the letter from Birmingham Jail to look at it in literature. So let's start on the last paragraph on page 274. Please turn in your books. I hope that this letter finds you in strong faith. I also hope that circumstances will soon make it possible for me to meet each one of you. Not as an integrationist or a civil rights leader, but as a Christian brother and a fellow clergyman. Let us all have the hope that the dark clouds of racial prejudice will soon pass away, and the deep fog of misunderstanding will soon be lifted from our fear-drenched communities, and in some not too distant future, the radiant stars of love and brotherhood will shine over our great nation with all their scintillating beauty. Now here, Martin Luther King used a compassionate tone to not only identify with his audience, but also to show the audience that he's not isolating his clergymen for their comments, but rather trying to make them understand his point of view. In doing this, he makes himself look polite, credible, and as though he's trying to explain a rational viewpoint than as someone who's trying to defend himself from an attack. This also helped him garner credibility within the community and the country as a whole by showing that he's not just going to refute the overall views of his brotherhood or his brothers, but also show them where they should be going and why what he's doing is right. In doing this, he gains credibility and is able to garner a more appropriate response and further his cause. Now what we can see here is not only is it his tone that makes a difference, his diction does too. The word choice he uses is very advanced. For example, anyone notice the word scintillating at the end of that? That word makes it seem as though he's using an advanced logic.
In this video, we learned what tone is. Tone is the attitude of the author as expressed by language and syntax. In our introduction, the tone is optimistic, in that it expresses hope and confidence by saying that this group will accomplish their goal. Optimistic tone contrasts to the language of Professor Tech, who uses cynical and pessimistic tone, expressing disdain for society and a lack of hope. Formal and informal tone were used in the Little Caesars pizza scene. The cashier used formal and respectful language, while the thug used informal and colloquial language to express himself. The bystander in that scene uses subjective tone to express his opinions, which contrasts to objective tone as used by Professor Tech when analyzing the letter from Birmingham Jail. Also in the Little Caesars pizza scene, the man in the suit suggests that the thug use a more euphonious tone, which means use language that flows and sounds more appealing. Some other forms of tone are cacophonous, judgmental, and awe-inspiring. Cacophonous, meaning harsh sounding, was used by Darcius Leachus. Judgmental tone was also used by the bystander from the Little Caesars pizza scene by impressing a value upon a certain character. Awe-inspiring tone is tone that, quite frankly, is awe-inspiring and expresses wonder.
That Martin Luther King uses in that last paragraph was not only used in the last paragraph, but the entire piece of literature. It embodies Mr. Gosh, I just don't know what I'm doing with my life. 2 students? Seriously? Only 2 students. You know what? I quit. I'm done. I quit. Hey, what's up?
Say so!
Chump.